Hey everybody, it is Christy Bryant with the Best of Austin Living team coming to you to talk about property taxes. Somebody forwarded a post that I had posted in 2022 when our taxes had gone up by 56%. Anybody remember that? It was after COVID. There had been a halt. The county had paused looking at increasing, doing anything with the appraised values for, it was at least a year. And then they came back and increased across the board 56%. It was kind of shocking and stunning. So I thought maybe I should do an updated post, right? That was back in 2022. So talking specifically about your property taxes. The question I get asked the most is, should I protest my property taxes? Yes, in the state of Texas, you should always protest your property taxes. Whether you do it personally or you have a company do it, please get into the habit, do it, hire a company, have them do it year after year. Why should you do that? So the state of Texas is a non-disclosure state. What does that mean for you and your property taxes? In Texas being a non-disclosure state, that means the county technically does not have access to the information of the sold data for the property that you purchased. So if you recently purchased a property, they are not supposed to look, that's a whole other thing. Maybe I shouldn't get into that. But at one time, the Austin Board of Realtors was sued by Travis County because, I believe that's who sued who, because Travis County had purchased data from Core Data, which showed the sold data for homes in the area. Texas is a non-disclosure state. Travis County is not supposed to have that. And Travis County is supposed to go out and appraise the properties themselves. And my understanding of how property taxes are supposed to be assessed is that the county looks at the number of people, the population, the services that need to be provided, and determines our assessment values based upon the services that need to be provided. Unfortunately, with everything online these days, it's very easy for information to be accessed online, and often our assessed values seem very similar to what is online. So first things first, we're a non-disclosure state. County is not supposed to have access to your information. So yes, you should be protesting because the information that they have is most likely not accurate, and you have every right to protest. So we're unlike other states where it is a set value and it only changes slightly over time. It can change more here. And so you also have the added benefit or distraction that our tax rates can change. So in 2022, when the tax base was when our values were increased by 56%, the county actually had to go back because they went over the legal limit, and they had to decrease the tax rates because they were taxing us over what they could legally tax us. Okay, so everything, all playing fields, even now. Yes, protest your property taxes. Make sure that you do that because you're only supposed to be able to have an increase of 10% every year over your, I believe it's the net appraised value. You want to limit that from happening because even 10% year over year, that is substantial over time. And so if you're able to keep it at one level, then you're not going to increase that increase over time. You don't want to have that. You want to, as best as possible, keep it where it is. So here are some tips. First things, make sure the information that the county has is correct. If by chance they have your square footage incorrect or the number of rooms, something like that in the tax record, that affects what they're going to be assessing you at. Make sure that information is correct. Make sure that your information is what is shown in the county tax record. It doesn't matter who shows as the owner. If you recently purchased and it shows the past owner, you are liable for paying that. It is not the past owner once ownership is transferred hands, but you want to make sure that that information is correct. Next, when you are looking at the values, you may reach out to somebody, a trusted professional like me, to ask for some of the sold data in your neighborhood. You are looking at the previous year. So we pay property taxes in arrears. That means that if you are in tax year 2026, you're actually paying for the year prior. I shouldn't say tax year. If you are in the year 2026 right now, you're actually paying on 2025. So when I pull comps for clients who are protesting their taxes, say it's the year 2026, I'm pulling data for them from January all the way until now, which could be January, it could be March of this year. I'm taking it the whole time. How do I pull comps, sold comparable data? I do it the same as best as I can as a lender appraiser does it. A lender appraiser is going to look at plus or minus 20% of the square footage, plus or minus 5 years built, within the same direct community as much as possible. Within some communities, you're going to have everything as cookie cutter. It's very similar. You might have different levels of homes. Some are more custom built, some are on larger lots. You want to have it as similar to your property as possible. If you are in a neighborhood that does not have an HOA and the homes have been rebuilt over the years, you have some homes from the 40s and you have some homes from the 2020s, you want to make sure that you're looking at similar properties, like similar properties. Another easy way to look at comparables is homes that are zoned to the same elementary school. So as best as possible, you are looking at homes that are similar to yours. That's the same way that we price homes. You want to be as close as possible to the property that you're comparing it to. So I have a couple of notes. I just want to see if there's anything else that I should be mentioning. Also, if you did recently purchase your property and the county has valued it much higher than what you purchased it at, you can use your closing statement to show what you actually purchased the property at. You can do that, and that they should be able to use that directly. I think that's all that I have to say. So yes, protest your property taxes in Texas every year. Hire a company to do it if you want to. I know we no longer do ours. We used to do ours, but I think that I use hometaxshield.com. There are quite a few companies out there that will do it at no charge. They only get paid if they are able to get you a deduction. I hope this helps. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. Our team business number is 512-994-9206. Bye, y'all.